Good morning, brothers. JK, your brother in this struggle here, on my way back from the gym. Today we're going to speak about procrastination and anxiety. And I'm actually sharing this because today I'm the one dealing with anxiety and procrastination. And for the past 3 days, a little bit of context, I have not been on the ball with anything in my life, frankly speaking. I felt demotivated. Nothing has really changed in my routines particularly, but everything feels a little bit stale. 1 day, 2 days, meh, it's okay. But going on 3 days and I wake up in the morning and I feel just anxiety about doing things, then something is wrong. So at the gym today, I started thinking about what it could be because I have a lot of tools. It's very unusual for me to be in this situation. And so I decided to shoot this video to put into words what I'm dealing with and the solution, because I know I can self-talk my way out of this one, and I just wanted to share it with you guys. So I hope I get it right because I'm not gonna edit this video. In the gym, I was figuring out a way to get excited about all the things I had to do. With work, with businesses, with my personal life, and so on. And I ruled out any health issues, first of all. And I thought about something in the future that I'm looking forward to, and I felt good about it. I was like, oh, there's anticipation there. I'm excited about that. And then I wondered, why is it that I don't have that anticipation in my daily life? Because I thought I cultivated a lifestyle where anticipation was on repeat, on the track. I wake up in the morning, anticipation, and positive, like, before Christmas. That's one of my goals for my lifestyle, is to wake up every morning, or rather most mornings, with this sense of anticipation. That doesn't happen all the time, but because it's a goal, I've been doing it. So it's very strange when I don't have that. And then I realized that it was because when I looked at that thing I want to do in the future, it was positive. A lot of positive emotions were generated. But when I looked at the things I have to do right now in my life, I was generating negative emotions. These negative emotions were causing anxiety. So positive emotions connected to something lead to anticipation. Think day before Christmas, excited about your gifts. And negative emotions, think I'm going to screw this up, and I'm going to be seen in a bad light, and my self-image is going to be impacted, or I'm going to lose this and lose that, leads to anxiety, negative emotions. I was speaking to a client the other day, and he shared something that his mentor shared with him. He said, my mentor told me that anxiety is the emotion of growth. And I was thinking about this in the gym. I was like, you know what? I love this. Anxiety is the emotion of growth. Not because it spurs you on to grow. It does the opposite, actually, which I'll talk about in a second. But anxiety is a sign that you're not going to grow. And this is a wonderful reframe by his mentor. I love it. Because here's what I'm realizing is that because I have a lot of things to do, because you may have a lot of things to do, there's overwhelm. There's a fear it will not be done. And day in, day out, because I've not been getting it done, because I allowed anxiety to take root in my life, it's been building up this negative emotion. So it's been sapping me of energy. That's why even if I get a good night's sleep, I hit the gym, I'm eating right, I still feel tired because so much energy is sucked up by the emotion of anxiety, which manifests in that thing that we call procrastination. Have you noticed that anytime you're procrastinating about a lot of things, you just get exhausted? And that's because there's only so much that you can handle mentally. And so anxiety has basically sucked me dry of energy. And the goal today is going to be to switch that anxiety to anticipation. And just speaking off the top of my head, here's my plan. There's a lot of negative self-talk going on. It's so much right now, gentlemen. Don't be fooled by my smile and my energy. This is just post-workout energy. There's still a lot of negative self-talk going on in my head due to all the things that I have to do. And today is supposed to be my free day. I'm not supposed to work, but I'm going to have to make that sacrifice. what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the way I view the outcome of all these things. So I'm going to go home now, pull out a sheet of paper, and I'm going to do a brain dump of all the things that are on my mind, the things that have been repetitive, the open loops, so to speak. I don't know if you guys have heard about open loops. I've talked about it to my clients a few times. It's where you just have a lot of things that you should have done, like call mom, pay bill, open LLC, do this and do that, but you haven't done it for weeks and weeks and weeks. When you have a lot of open loops, you build up a lot of anxiety, and that's actually what's happening with me. So I'm going to make a list, do a brain dump of all the things I need to do, but here's what I'm going to do. It's not about taking action on these things. I am going to become very clear about the positive outcome. Draw a line, brain dump, what is the positive outcome for all these things, and then I'm going to generate a ton of enthusiasm and anticipation for all these different things, and then I'm gonna let you guys know how it goes, because I really think that that's the problem. The interesting thing that actually prompted this and made me think of shooting the video, which I almost forgot, was when I got in the car, I had received a message from my mom. And my mom has played a very big role in my life. Even though she didn't technically believe in the things I was doing, like Porn Reboot, my mother has been unconditionally supportive of me from day one, of all her kids actually. And so if there's anybody in my life right now that I'm guilty of sometimes seeking validation from once in a while, it's my mother. And it's because my mother is the one person in my life who can relate to my struggle, because she's somebody who came from something, lost everything, and then pretty much built herself up at an age where most people would be thinking about retirement. So I probably went too deep into that, but I love my mom. I filed my taxes a little bit late because we were doing some complex stuff. So did an extension. CPA finished it. JK, I'm just going to send it to you. And it was a big bill. It was up there in the six figures. More figures than I would have anticipated. But here's the crazy thing. I did not have any anxiety about paying this bill. See, the way I framed this was as a positive thing. I received it and I was just like, dang, not bad, JK. And then I take a screenshot of it and I send my mom what my state and federal taxes are, right? And my mom's probably the only person who is like everybody else in my life, my mentors and other people are just like, dude, your taxes should be lower. Here's this strategy and that strategy. My mom's the only person who's going to be like, that's awesome. That's great. That shows that you've been doing this and this in all your different endeavors. But my point is, zero anxiety. Zero anxiety. Now, the CFO of my companies is probably going to freak out when she sees it, but I'm not concerned. So that is proof. In the past, I would totally find this negative, build up a whole ton of anxiety and procrastinate about taking care of it. But for something like this, I can feel excited. I'm even excited as I'm talking about it. My energy has changed. Then we have control, right? We have control over the things that we choose to anticipate versus the things we choose to have anxiety over. So I'm going to share the results of that. Quick recap. If you're feeling very negative, you feel that you're constantly procrastinating, realize that you can switch it, but you first have to know what you want to switch it to. Ideally, you want to switch it to something that is positive. You want to have anticipation over anxiety. And the reason why is because anticipation builds up your energy and makes you energetic, whereas anxiety pretty much robs you of that energy and manifests itself in what we call procrastination. So I'm very excited to have shared this and verbalized it. And yeah, I appreciate you guys. I'm JK, your brother in this struggle. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this episode of Porn Reboot Coach and Portia. I'll speak to you later on in the week. Bye. Whenever you're ready, here are 4 ways that Porn Reboot can help you out for free. The first way is to subscribe to our channel and make sure you click on the notification bell to get a new video every other day. The second way is to get a copy of the free book, Confessions of a Porn Addict, 7 Secrets of Porn-Free Men. You'll learn about my personal struggle and the lessons I've learned over a decade, as well as strategies for putting together your porn reboot plan and ending your compulsive behavior with pornography or masturbation. So click on the link in the description below this video. The third way is if you're not sure where to start, but you'd like to learn more about my team and I, if you'd like to spend time with like-minded professionals, entrepreneurs, business owners, guys who work in sales, consulting, or high-level jobs, men who are controlling their behavior, then join our free and confidential group, the Porn Reboot group on Facebook. There's also a link to join in the description below this video. And finally, if you need help right now because you have a burning issue, your behavior with pornography is hurting you mentally, you're about to lose your relationship, you want to live up to your potential, you want to be an authentic man and free yourself from shame, guilt, and underachieving, click on the link in the description below this video that says free coaching call, or visit elevatedrecovery.org and click on the link which says book a call.